So, today I want to talk about why movies are getting progressively worse and how we could save it, how we could hopefully turn it around, how independent filmmakers could really profit off this, and why it's the way it is. So, first, let's start off with Warner Bros., one of the major film industry players, one of the major film companies known for many, many good movies such as The Dark Knight, Inception, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman, Suicide Squad, Joker, the original Batman from 1989, Aquaman, Men of Steel, Wonder Woman. I mean, how is a company that is known for all of these movies losing stock value, right? And if we look at the entire stock progress, it's almost back to where it used to be, right? And I think a lot of people have realized and have said it that movies don't feel the same anymore, right? They don't feel as engaging. They don't feel as entertaining. You don't feel a personal connection to it anymore. Now, one reason for it could also be the overflow of social media, the overflow of entertainment, all the distractions that we are currently facing, and the fact that everyone grew up with these, so everyone is using social media constantly, everyone is always scrolling on their phone, so our brain is not really made to focus on one movie and deeply connect with it anymore. A lot of people will watch a movie, turn it on, and scroll on their phone. But still, even people that have the attention span that we used to have and that people used to have back in the day, it's are noticing a significant decline in not only the quality of movies, but also the impact that movies have. Now let's look at the stock for Warner Bros. Right? It went from 2006, 2008. It went up. It kept going up and up and up to an all-time high in March 2021 with 41 point. No, the all-time high was 77.27 USD, the 19th March 2021. Insane high, right? To fall from 77 back down to 8.16 USD is honestly shocking. But it makes complete sense. And why does it make complete sense? I feel like it's a known fact at this point, and just like iterated in this interview by Stephen
Point.
Bannon, we're going to look into it, but he says and explains how Hollywood is now run, or it probably always was run by power brokers, but because it was one of the only sources of entertainment, the value of it was much higher, and a lot more people were placing value on it. Now let's watch what Stephen
Hollywood
Baldwin says.
has lovely people who are married with kids and have family values and all these things, but they have an agenda. They want, the power brokers want what they want. So they message that agenda through the movies and the industry. That's cool. All I'm saying is, I'm a guy saying to a guy with way more success and money.
Now, the agenda. What is the power broker's agenda? Let's first off start by what is a power broker? A person who deliberately affects the distribution of political or economic power by exerting influence or by intrigue. We see the agenda all throughout entertainment. It's very clear that even as a person of color, I can admit that they are pushing people of color, which it's not bad, okay, but they are pushing it to the extent that people are taking offense to it, which creates even more tension, which we don't want, right? We just want everyone to be treated as they are humans, right? But all treated equally, but it's being pushed to the fact that some people that are maybe not represented anymore are being told that they are less valuable, or that's what the message signifies, and that's what we are trying to avoid, right? Everyone is just trying to be equal, and no one equal, right? And we are all equal, and that's what, by overstating and by pushing the pendulum too far to one side, it will have to overcorrect, which creates even more tension. Second, the LGBTQ community and the agenda. I, I support everyone standing in their truth. I have nothing against LGBTQ community. You be who you want to be and stand in what you love, right? But again, they are pushing it to the pendulum where certain people who take offense to it, or certain people, and I look at this from a non-emotional perspective. It's very important. I look at this from a business perspective. So people that might take offense to it, or people that would not ever take offense to it, start noticing a significant shift and significant push. And you know that the more you get pushed something, the more someone pushes something towards you, the more you want to push it back, and the more you want to get away from it. And I feel like the agenda and the power brokers are deliberately doing this. So the overcorrection happens. Why? Because they make money on both ends, and they make money by dividing us and conquering us. Now, what else? They influence minors, right? By overstating certain agendas and by making people think that you can only be this, you can only be this, you have to fit into a certain category of person. But they forget that you could be one person and have many different preferences, many different, you could identify as many different things. You could be an emo that's gay, that, like, you understand what I mean. You could be so many different things, and it's based on you as a person, because there's literally only one you in this universe, or maybe there's parallel yous, but you're in another dimension or another reality or another universe or whatever. But this is not a channel where we dive into topics such as conspiracy or such as what ifs. We look at stuff unbiased and factual, and this is one thing that the agenda is really being pushed towards now. Moving on from, sorry, I was a little sick, but moving on from the agenda, we can see Netflix saw the highest day of cancellations this year after co-founders 7 million donation to Harris campaign. Why? Netflix, why would you take a political stand when you are not even a political company, when you could simply put out good movies, which personally, I believe you are not doing anymore, and I don't know what happened. My subscription, when I subscribed to Netflix, in the beginning I liked it because it was great movies. There were so many, there was a big selection, and every movie seemed tailored and seemed at least of a certain quality. But it seems now that every time someone likes a show or someone likes a movie, it gets taken down from Netflix. Oh, show, this is the last day you can watch this movie. And then the new shows that you introduce are honestly not interesting. Like, they might be interesting to select few, but as Netflix, I would assume, and I know you're not supposed to assume in business, but I would assume that you are trying to please as many customers as possible, right? And then you have your niches, but at least have a wide selection of good quality content before making it that your main page is not even of quality anymore, right? And that's why, and then you raise the prices, and then you wonder why people are unsubscribing, why people are canceling. And then to put it the nail in the coffin, you take a political stance, alienating a certain side of your clientele. It seems like Netflix is really trying to ruin itself more and more. And I don't know why, but that's what the CEO or the team or the board will have to answer to at some point if they want this company to keep thriving. Now, I have to admit, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was a very smart move. And I heard you paid him a large amount of money, right? And it was very, very smart because you're bridging the gap between older viewers and younger viewers, and you're keeping people on the subscription for that much longer because they're anticipating the release and they know, oh, for a certain amount under $20 I can watch Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson for free on Netflix. So why would I cancel it now? And I feel like that was your move. That's why you did this. And I feel like this is exactly what you should be doing with every single movie or every single major movie. You should really treat it like your cinema, right? You should treat it like we are trying to grab the best movies, but quality wise, right? The best movies possible and have big releases on your platform, treating it like a cinema so people have something to look forward to instead of honestly garbage shows. Now, let's look at the Netflix stock. It seems to be going steady. Why? Because you're taking away options, right? TV is not it anymore. People are choosing to watch Netflix. But Amazon Prime is doing a better job at this point, right? They have a wide variety, but not good enough to outpace you and to outperform you yet. But there will be a streaming service that actually values its clients and that actually puts its budget into good movies. How could independent filmmakers really take advantage of this, right? And that's by creating the best movies possible, going back to the emotional connection between the viewers and the characters, writing movies that actually will leave an emotional impact and create a discussion. And this is really the best time for independent filmmakers to come and build a platform. You should use YouTube as a way to promote your movies because it's honestly probably the one platform that has the widest reach and that people would actually watch movies on, right? So this is why I believe movies are not the same anymore. And this is why I believe movies have lost value as well. And independent filmmakers, there's never been a better time for you than now. Honestly, never. You could create a low budget film that's better than a Netflix movie and outperform it by having smart marketing, right? And go against Netflix. Use it, right? I'm not telling you to to actively go against Netflix, but I'm telling you to compare it, right? So as a marketing strategy, so people will pay attention. But yeah, if you're a startup, if you have a business idea, or if you're an established business and you want a consultation, the link will be below. This was Hudson CEO with a short one this time because I'm still a bit sick, but I will be back with another video soon. And I wish you a great day.